Hey y'all, I'm Miranda with Wildwater, and I've been doing group sales for about 8 years now. And for those people that are looking to get into group sales, we wanted to give a little bit of insight.
And you've actually been working with Wildwater for 14 years, correct?
Yeah, I'll finish up my 14th season at the end of this year, and we'll go into 15.
Fantastic. What I'm excited about this video is that people watching this, anybody who wants to move into group sales or has just got into it, I believe they're going to get some truly amazing tips. We'll see.
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
We'll see.
So about the 6th or the 7th phone call, you get to a point to where you know that you're no longer client and company. Like the puzzle pieces come together, everything just kind of pans out to where they know that they have chosen you to be their outdoor adventure provider.
So you went from two strangers finding out what their needs are, and then through a process of to and fro to make sure that you get that information so it's really sort of exactly what the client is looking for. There's a tipping point, isn't it? There's a moment where all of a sudden you're no longer strangers, or you're no longer someone who wants to purchase and someone wants to supply.
Yes, there is a moment where that happens, and it just kind of all works out.
Can you explain to me, if like in the last week or two, give me an example?
Wounded Warrior is a great example. They came with us in 2013, 2014. My contact at Wounded Warrior literally almost like fell off the face of the earth. I didn't know where he was, couldn't contact him, called, emailed, got zero response. Finally reached out to the headquarters in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and was able to actually reestablish that relationship with Wounded Warrior, and now we are their outdoor adventure provider. They for their project Odyssey, they are bringing all of their post 9/11 veterans to Wildwater for eternity. Like, we've established that good of a. I mean, they already have 2017 bookings at this point.
Wow! Congratulations. And there was a moment, right, within those 7 or 8 calls where you could feel everything shift, and all the little, as you said, I love the way you said this, all the bits came together.
And because we had lost that established relationship with someone I had personally met. I was able to shake his hand. I met him, thanked him for his service, and then he literally just went away. And turns out he had just moved positions within the company. So I was able to call them, reestablish the trust, and know when that kind of puzzle piece came back together for us.
So there's a big, huge elephant in the middle of this room for me, which is this just goes to show if you don't make calls on past business, you're missing out on probably the richest source of business that you can get, correct?
Yes, and I try to touch on that at least 2 or 3 times a year. People we haven't seen in the last year or 2 years, we'll try to reconnect with them and see if hey, come back to us. We have new additions to the zip lines, or we have a new ropes course, or, things change all the time. So we want to reestablish that relationship.
Fantastic. And that's probably the easiest type of client to talk to because they know you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. It's like the old adage, it takes $50 to, get a new client, and maybe 50 cents to keep one. Fantastic. Beautiful insights. Let's discuss this one a little bit more.
So I want to touch on something, a little secret I have is what I like to call hand-holding. When someone calls in, I make sure to hold their hand through the entire reservation process, from figuring out where they want to go, what they want to do, which river suits them best, which zip line suits them best. Are they able to travel an hour? Are they able to travel 3 hours, depending on where they're vacationing? Or sometimes their vacation destination is Wildwater, because we have the rafting, the zip lining, the lodging. We can cater meals. So there's a lot of hand holding from beginning to end, and that's one of my biggest secrets, is to be personal, be available, and hold their hand the entire process.
Hi, we're in the middle of editing Miranda's tipping point video. And the most important thing that I want to talk about on this video is one thing and one thing only. There's a huge elephant sitting in every central reservations office, and it's this. Are you calling back the larger groups who have the potential to return? Are you calling people that you know who have the potential to return? If you do, you're going to be very successful. And quite honestly, if you don't, you won't.